Okay, well, I've been asked to do a reading or trying to connect with Mother Mary, which is interesting, Christ's mother. Now, the one difficulty I see with that, it was so long ago that she may have been reincarnated somewhere, so maybe we won't be able to get a hold of her. But and what did Christ say? When the one problem I have with Catholicism is that everything you always pray to Mary to be an intercessor. Well, he never said that. He said, "Who are my mothers and my brothers?" He said, "Those that know and do the will of God." That was what Christ said. He didn't say, "Come to my mother." He said, "Those who know and do the will of God are my mothers and my sisters and my brothers. Those are my close relations, not my physical mother." So, a lot of controversy with that. But I'm just trying to sit with it here and center myself with this. So I'm trying to feel what cards to pull. Okay. Okay, so I need to try to connect with Mother Mary or those that surround her, guides, masters, etc., archives. What can you tell me? What kind of message? What about Mother Mary? Patience. One has to have patience. Patience. And there is a passageway, okay? Now, I like the rainbow because the rainbow the rainbow was put in there by God saying, "We'll never destroy the earth again with rain." This is the promise. So the rainbow here feels like the promise. The promise is there as a passageway, but you have to have patience, okay? There is a way through. There is a boat, there is a way the universe carries you along, but you have to have patience and hold on, okay? So yeah, you hold on to your faith, you hold on to your knowledge, you hold on. And eventually the passageway will open up. Now, when we leave the physicality of form, so many things are revealed, okay? And knowledge is there, and immediate that love and acceptance and all of that is there. And we do have to have patience, okay? Let's see what else it is here. The earth. This is about the earth plane. With the earth plane, yes, you have many past lives, okay? There have been many past lives that each of us go through as a learning experience. And this is, this card is for, the religious persuasions, the where you come to for advice, the sage. We come here to learn. We come here to grow in our spirituality, etc. So know that you come to the earth, you have many past lives, and it is for your growth, for your wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding. Okay? The dreamer, the head's in the cloud. Again, in a boat, moving with your heads in the clouds. And yes, you leave the physicality of form and you go on the other side for renewal. Okay? There is renewal that takes place on the other side. And protection. Okay, the Lamb. The Lamb of God, protection. Okay, so no, again, it's talking about when you leave the physicality of form. You've had many past lives here. You come in for your growth to the earth plane. You have to have patience and hold on, because there is a passageway, and you leave the physicality of form. There is protection and there is renewal for you on the other side. Okay. New opportunity, something new that comes to the forefront at that point in time. There is a passageway and there is a renewal, and you have your takeaway. In this, I don't think it's the theft, the mental theft. I think this is the understanding of the things that you take with you and the things you leave behind, okay, in the fullness of your life, okay, in the fullness of your life. You get to the other side again, and you have that knowledge, and you understand things you tried to get away with, and you understand the takeaway. Things, ideas maybe you need to leave behind, and some things, whatever you can carry, because there's new opportunities, and this is for your growth, for your fulfillment, for your growth. It's all about exploration. Okay? Exploration. Playfulness, exploration, and revelation. Okay? We come here, and don't forget, this is a play. Now you may be going through dire circumstances, but this is not the end of the world. This only happens in this transitory plane. And we come in and we set up circumstances that we want to explore, and things that are going to reveal new understandings for us. Now, with this is coming in the Garden of Eden, when we were on the other side in that perfection. And we were with God, knowing God. This is what the Garden of Eden's talking about. You know, they had this thing that they wanted to know good from evil, because all they knew was good. They had no idea what evil was, no idea, all they knew was a perfection. And so, then came what's called the fall into corporeal bodies, which were limited in time span, so that because this is such a hard existence here, we have a short period of time for experience on this plane of existence. And this is all transitory. And when you leave the form, all of this passes away, okay? And one is in that safety and security of the other side. Now, if you have led a reprobate life, then again, those that have chosen to leave God or to, on that ego, because how did Satan fall? Because of ego. He developed ego. He didn't want to give the glory to God. He wanted it for himself. So that's what becomes the metaphor of Satan, is ego drama. Same thing in Hinduism. You have the Chandipat, and it's about the story of, for those that don't know the story of Chandipat, it's all of the gods, everybody got together and saw that the earth was being overrun by these demonic elements of such as anger, fear, pride, all of this stuff that was going to destroy humanity. So they asked Shakti to come and to get rid of these things because they were destroying humanity. Well, the whole thing is that the Chandipat is about how you do. It's through prayer, it's through attention, it's through all of these modalities that you do. But, she fights one after another of these demons, whether it's anger, pride, all of these dramas that happen to mankind. But the last demon, and she really concentrates her form and becomes Kali. Now Kali, she looks very fierce because if you were doing the path of Kundalini, of that awakening, you face all of your fears and all of the drama come up for you to face them 100%. Okay? So you see Kali's got all these skulls that she wears. Why is she wearing these human skulls? Oh my God. Because they are liberated, okay? Once they leave the physicality of form, they are in that state of a liberation, okay? Now, the last big demon was ego. The last big demon to be destroyed was ego, because that's what creates all of these other things. You get one mind, one thought that comes, and this is represented by the blood, okay? Yeah, I know it sounds very gory, but it actually does have a teaching, very strong teaching in it, that when you cut the head off of one thought, you get rid of one thought, 10 more can sprout. And so what she would do would be open her mouth and, yes, sounds very gory, drink all the blood or all these thoughts, get rid of them before they had a chance to hit the ground, multiply, and spread. One thought, you plant a seed and it creates more of the same, okay? So it's a very deep teaching in the end. But the last thing to go is ego. This idea that I am something separate from God, separate from the universe, I am autonomous. And so that is the last delusion to go if you are on a spiritual path. And once that dismantles, then one goes into what they term the void, but it's not a void that's devoid. It's what I call 0 point balance into I call it the divine is, because it's not a person that you see, not a personhood. It is spirit, okay? And it is perfection, and it is gives the ability for all of these experiences to happen. And then at that point you understand quantum, you understand how all of these things fit together. So I don't know. This is coming up with Mother Mary. This is pretty funny. But yeah, it's that path. Anyway, it's more about we come here and we have many lives, and each one is about experiencing something new. We come in to experience something new, and when we leave the physicality of form, we go to the other side and we have a renewal again. And we learn each succession we come in with a plan to learn something, to experience something. Now we forget that. We forget that when we come back in. Now you have sometimes the children which will remember their past life. And I mean, this is not a fantasy. They know names, places, people. They go there and they recognize them immediately. Okay? So yes, this is the life path. And there is a passage, but you have to have patience. Okay? It's coming. This is one of the promises of God. You live the physicality of form. And if you're not rejecting God, not rejecting the whole, okay, then you are immediately in that comfort and love and protection of the other side. Now, people that have had the near-death experiences say there's nothing to fear in death, that it is, so comforting. The most love you can ever feel is on the other side, okay? So that's, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I'm getting from Mother Mary. And just I feel I'm not here to be worshipped, okay? Yeah. Now, I hate to say these because I don't want to challenge somebody's religious persuasion. But, you don't need an intercessor like the Catholic Church, and I'm going to get some blowback for this, I'm sure. But they wanted to send up that you've got to go to the confessional and you have to have the priest, and he's going to be an intercessor, and then you need another intercessor of Mother Mary to get to Jesus, and none of that's needed. None of that is needed. Okay? When did Christ in any of his teachings say you have to come to another man to absolve you? Never. Never said that. Never said you have to go to my Mother Mary and appease her first to get to me. Never did he say anything of that sort. So I know I'm going to get a lot of controversy about this. Catholics are probably going to want to stone me and string me up. But I just get what I get. And yeah, it's about freedom. Like Christ said, fear not, fear not. If somebody comes and they want your coat, give them another thing as well. Okay, turn the other cheek. It's not like what they're saying in these evangelicals that Jesus is weak. We don't want to hear that stuff anymore. So they are preaching the Antichrist. They're against what Christ's message was, because his message is about peace and love, acceptance. Okay? That's what his message is about. And theirs is about prosperity, grabbing more money. Yeah, go to church but carry an AK-47, and Jesus is weak. And we don't need that weakness. So again, we see the breakdown of religion. And again, the Bible is saying that, this is coming up too, that God judges the hearts and the minds, not the religious persuasion. Okay? He's not judging religions. Okay? What is this? What do you have? Let go. Let go. Mickey. No, you don't need that, little man. Okay? You don't need that. You don't need that. I had a little thing of wood that's for picture frames. Oh, you want to come up too? Okay, hold on a minute. Sorry about that. When you have puppies, they're like little children. It's like having perennial 3-year-olds here. Mommy. So anyway, that's what I get from Mother Mary. That was an interesting read. I had no idea what the heck is going to come, but I keep getting quite a bit of times that this is something that I think that Spirit wants to really, Mickey, let go, really wants to get people to understand that our time here is transitory and it's so short in the eternality on the other side. And we come here. This is a place that we come to explore and we come to learn and to have, like Mother Mary says, have patience. Have patience, hold on. There is a passageway, there is an opening, and you leave the physicality of form and you go to the other side for renewal. Okay? And you come here and you have many past lives. Okay? And you continue to have this cycle about coming in and exploring and learning and growth. Okay? And that's the cycle. That's the cycle. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here and we'll see you online.